This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to Digital Perspectives, everybody. I'm Brad Kimes. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradley above at the top of the screen and everything that we're talking about here. All right, guys, before we get started this morning, I just wanted to remind you guys that if you have not done so yet, sign up for the Rich List. Get on the Rich List, guys. I know you're going to have newbies, friends, relatives. They're all going to want to know about this crypto you've been talking about for so long. And even if it's you and you want to find out what's happening in the latest stuff, free monthly newsletter, guys. I'm going to have tips on private pre-IPO picks, top 5 crypto picks, as well as the current and most latest news and insights of what's happening in cryptocurrency news, and even special guests that you will only see at times in this free monthly newsletter. So there's going to be exclusive content there. So make sure that you definitely sign up for this, and there will be a lot of special offers that you guys will get and things that can help you that you will probably just need if you're going to be in this space as well. So now, with that being said, I want to remind everybody too, remember Link2, carrying Uphold and blockchain coin investors and Coinbase and the Link2 stock and the Ripple stock and Robinhood? These guys have been crushing the space. I'm telling you right now, remember I had Bill Saris, co-founder of Link2, on my show, I think it was a week or two ago, and he talked about a wallet that they're getting ready to come out with, Uphold. So you will be able to buy Bitcoin. You could take Bitcoin and turn over and buy Ripple stock with it right on your wallet with Link2, right on Uphold. Now that's remarkable. And what a great use for Bitcoin. But nevertheless, you know, there's some really great stuff there. We know Ripple has hinted they want to IPO within the year. We know Coinbase has definitely made it known they want to IPO. These things are starting to move, and you know what? You just never know what you'll qualify for. So it doesn't cost anything to download that app. Make sure you do it and just see what's available. Now, let's get back to the show. I just wanted to remind you guys of that because there's really great stuff happening. And as I've said before plenty of times, I do believe we are moving into the .com era of crypto, and that is a pretty important point to point that out. The brick and mortar companies are about to start an IPO train, and I love it. All right, let's get to the news. Here we go, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this stuff. So today we have a lot to cover. I want to start with a really great comment from XRP Crypto Wolf, who's an amazing influencer in this space, and I know I'm very grateful for him and all the influencers out here, the I Am Legions, the Michael Val 5 Links, and Darren Moores, and so many other, and I know I can't name them all, but you all are in my thoughts, and I appreciate you greatly. All right, and support them however you can if you find them, so and follow them. Okay, so here we go. A lot of people that haven't been on social media are back now that the crypto market is finally up again. Shout out to everyone who actually stayed and endured the bear market with the rest of us. Well said. Realize who was always there during your struggle at the bottom, not at the top. You just can't say it any better than XRP Crypto Wolf has. I know that I have been scathed for staying in this space during a down bear market and really, really beat up just because I've been positive. And some of those same people are now back in positive too. It's fascinating, isn't it? But I tell you, you know, I have been positive because I feel like I understand exactly what I own. I'm not confused about anything. And we're not going to focus on the naysayers anymore this morning. We're going to move past it, and I'm glad that they figured it out too, and they're back. All right, let's keep this thing going. It starts with Mickey B. Fresh this morning. Bank of America looks to be ramping up their push to digital mobile wallets connected to Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, also corporate digital wallets for treasury payments. Sounds like the distributed apps built on RippleNet are coming next. Guys, I'm going to be having Mickey B. Fresh on this show soon. We just spoke briefly not long ago, and we are going to be lining up another episode with Mickey B. Fresh in the community, and I'll tell you something, between him and Cryptopolis, it is absolutely a pleasure anytime I get a chance to sit down with either one of these gentlemen. They're just remarkably brilliant, no doubt about it. Keep an eye out for that, but I mean, positive stuff happening. Now, all of this, remind yourself, is on the heels of the OCC announcing that federally chartered banks can custody digital assets. And there will be a further, more specific federal charter released in the fall. Let's keep this thing moving. There's a lot of news happening all over the world. Again, this is XRP Crypto Wolf. If you're not following him, you really should. That's all I can tell you. And throw him a tip while you're at it, because he works really hard for all of us. India's government confirms crypto bill is awaiting approval. And this is the things that when you look at the globe and, or these are the things that when I look at the news and look at the globe and see what's happening, it makes me realize that a long time ago, I really understood that there is an international cooperation, right, through the G20, and it trickles down from there. And what I think we're seeing now is everybody in their respective countries are really, really starting to get this legislation and or regulatory framework, whatever they feel is necessary in their respective countries, put in place so this new digital asset class can be introduced to the entire world in a legitimate fashion. Because up until now, whether you like it or not, it has been the wild, wild west. Those days are soon to be over. And if you continue to be in that frame of mind, you will eventually find yourself in what will be the equivalent of the dark web. There's no question. If you're not working within the framework that they're working on putting out, you will be on the outside. And that's not where I want to be, preferably. So here's another great influencer you should be following, Matthew Linai. This guy, remarkable stuff. And this is a conversation that I want to continue to have because we've been having it already. But I believe that XRP is clearly a currency. I believe that it will also get a stable coin or a global stable coin designation or classification, respectively. And that will allow banks instantly to be able to understand through its classification or designation, however you'd like to say it, it will be able to allow banks to begin using it right away, and as well as other areas of industry as well. But I think banks are the big one here for everybody. And if it's labeled a currency, which would be a stable coin, then there is really no further need for any real rules, because the world, and especially banks, already know how to deal with currencies, because that's what they deal with now. So I think that's really kind of the big thing that we're waiting for, and maybe I'm wrong. We'll make a video about it if I am, but I don't believe so. And I won't be afraid to make a video about it if I am. I've been wrong plenty of times, but this is really what it's looking like. And the second knee-jerk reaction from a lot of people out here in the space is, well, wait a minute. If it's a stable coin, doesn't that mean that it's only worth $1? Because stable coins are worth $1, right? No, it does not mean that. Stablecoin really is referring to the fact, from my opinion, the hint of it being a stable coin or a global stable coin to me means that it's currency. And that, again, that would free up the banks from understanding exactly what it is. And it seems to me it would be the easiest way to handle it. Besides, I don't know how you could use a digital asset that is designed to exchange all of the currencies of the world, as well as any asset of value that's been tokenized on the ledger. I don't know how that asset XRP could really function in any other manner where it would have capital gains taxes on it or something of that nature. So to me, it just seems like it needs to be money, because it's going to settle all of the other monies of the world, all the other currencies of the world. So I know it seems a little anticlimactic. Some people believe that, no, it's got to have some special, brand new classification. It's like, I don't really think so. And honestly, if you look towards how Ripple, stewards the distribution of XRP, even though it's in a cryptographically auto-locked escrow account, if you look at how they steward that relationship between their customers and OTC and all of these things, they really handle XRP as if it is currency, because the only thing they can really choose to do is either slow the release of it or halt it altogether. And that really is basic, fundamental monetary policy. Just food for thought there. This is from, again, Matthew Liney. Capco refers to XRP as a stablecoin. Capco is a global billion-dollar management and technology consultancy firm dedicated to the financial services and energy industries. I'll give you this really quickly. It says, for the enclosed distributed ledger ecosystem to work, a vehicle is required to transfer funds between accounts, a scenario where institutions consistently agree upon conversion rates for each trade value would slow transactions considerably. Instead, institutions could utilize a stablecoin of choice, such as Ripple, XRP, or one developed in their consortium. And remember, David Schwartz said before the Swell last year event that he made a video that said you can launch stablecoins off of the XRP Ledger. So it could be a stablecoin off of XRP or a stablecoin off of a basket of tokenized things of value, right? So, there's a whole host of issues that could take place here. Nevertheless, according to Ripple, cross-border transactions using its system take under 7 seconds, usually 3 to 4. Each member bank could purchase an amount of stablecoin. Then they peg to the value of their currency of choice at the time of the transaction and trade it across network to then be cashed out on the receiving end for their currency of choice. It makes perfect sense, right? I mean, if you're going to have something sit in between the currencies of the world, the consultancy firm Capco has just defined exactly what I've been expressing here all along. We're going to keep our eyes on it, that's for sure. All right, let's keep this going, and shout out to Matthew Liney, guys. Follow him, and follow this guy for sure. Michael Val 5 links. What? This guy is on fire. Now, let me make sure I'm staying with this stuff because I had it out. Okay, Michael Val 5 links. Leading financial think tank. Ripple could replace banking system. Yeah, an association of leading experts in the financial industry describes in a new report that XRP has all the features to replace traditional banking. Really? This just dawned on everybody, did it? This is amazing. Yeah, an association of leading experts in the financial industry describe in a new report that XRP has all the features to replace traditional banking. Well, I'll be damned. Ripple's technology is mature and superior to traditional money transfers and other services. Yeah, we love seeing this narrative. I don't mind telling you. I'm not going to read you this whole article. You guys get it. It's dawning on them. An independent panel of financial industry leaders, group of 30, is calling on central banks and regulators around the world to step up regulation and research into a CBDC, as China's digital yuan is the most advanced. And a new report by the group of 30 sees great potential in Ripple and central banks to use CBDC of their own as a model. As you remember, we covered this last week at the end of the week here, where we talked about Mark Carney's comments in the group of 30 talking about how XRP could leapfrog slow and expensive correspondent banking methods, current payment rails. So there it is, and let's keep this going because we're not done yet. Then shout out to Clinton Donnelly. Guys, I've told you about this before. Clinton Donnelly, the crypto tax fixer. We've passed the deadline for the taxes. I think it was July 15th. But if you have not done your taxes and you own crypto, go hit the link that I have in the description box and reach out to Clinton Donnelly, the crypto tax fixer. I'm telling you, he is the foremost authority. I have searched high and low. He is the foremost authority, and he is active in this community as you possibly can be. Go talk to him Find out where you're at with your situation. I know a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? I have crypto. I'm not paying taxes on this. Well, listen, if you don't, they're going to catch you, and then you're going to pay taxes and penalties, or you're going to go to jail, right? Because that's the way the IRS does it. That's the little game they like to play. So make sure you do it right. Reach out to the right people. Get Clinton Donnelly on the phone, and make sure you don't have any issues at all. Now, here's another thing that I want to show you guys too. XRP Labs says it plans to give people a way to spend dollars, euros, and XRP without the assistance of intermediary through the Sum app. Shout out to Weed Say When and everything he's working on over there with the team. Remarkable what they're doing. Guys, we're 30 cents plus, and I don't mind telling you at this point, you know, I just looked on this morning at Cointelegraph, and this is, I mean, fascinating. One day we're up 10.5% right now on XRP price. And 1 week we're up 39.03% according to Cointelegraph this morning. And in 1 month, XRP is up 72.21% in 1 month. Whoa! How about them apples? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Shout out to XRP Tony Stark. This guy's a lot of fun. He puts a lot of fun videos on Twitter, and a really cool dude, no doubt about it. Ripple payment now operational in U.S. 22 geopolitical reasons. I got to be honest with you. You know, this is what we know as investors and these things that we see. But when you couple this with the G30 comments and the legislation that we're seeing or regulatory efforts we're seeing in all the different countries, whether it be here in the U.S. or over in India, you know, these things are exciting because the long play that Ripple has made and building the market infrastructure, making the arrangements with the partnerships to get them to use and incentivize them through the accelerator program to use XRP over the direct traditional path and use that new bridge path. I think the long game is about to show up, and everybody's about to find out in a very big way what's been going on all along. Now, here's one from another great influencer, DJ Peter Vass. These guys have been in this space and never went away. Make sure you follow DJ Peter Vass. Visa files patents for cryptocurrency systems to replace cash, last month's article. And we saw this in May. It was actually a couple months ago, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. But it's interesting because, you know, when we talk about what's happening here and the idea of the banks using something like XRP, seeing it as a stable coin, right, or a currency is an easier way to understand it, I think, in the mind. So Visa files patents. This was back in May 15th. We covered this, but this is important, right, because they filed patent for cryptocurrency system to replace cash. Well, the trick of this article is that they did file a patent for digital fiat currencies, but they don't control the U.S. dollar or other currencies. They didn't create them. So how do you build a patent to repatriate from physical cash to fiat cash, right? Because you really, you know, let's just take a read of just a couple portions of this right here. The filing is for fiat-linked cryptocurrency system using a private permission distributed ledger platform. It describes a central computer, its responsibilities, and key roles of the system. Central entities, validating entities, redeeming entities, and users. A central entity may be a central bank, which regulates a monetary supply. The document details validating entities are blockchain nodes, which may be peers such as banks. Redeeming entities may accept physical currency for exchange for digital fiat currency, such as an ATM or a bank branch location. This is interesting, guys, because what I see out of this patent and what that breakdown is right there is a system set up to filter the physical cash in and to repatriate digital dollars going out. A collection system, right? A catch-all, right? It's really what it is a catch-all. It's a way to get all the physical dollars in and to start issuing out digital dollars in place of it. But this would obviously have to be in coordination with central banks because Visa doesn't control or did not create cash. So it would have to be some kind of cooperation, right? it makes that point here as well. You can't patent something you didn't invent or that isn't new. So Visa's patent application has to be so narrow that even if it issues, it wouldn't be much use even if it was enforceable. Finance incumbents won't be able to use patent law to stop the crypto industry. Now, they're discussing the pro and con of this, and that if they were to sculpt the patent to make sure that they did not infringe on fiat cash or physical cash, because they didn't create physical cash either. I think what happens here is you get some kind of relationship built with the central banks. And again, I think this turns out to be some form of a catch-all. And you probably will see this happen with, Visa, MasterCard, and all those entities in a very quick way, because I do believe it is going to be a period of time where we're going to see this changeover. I think, the pandemic has caused everyone to accelerate whatever notion they had of a new digital world. I mean, that goes everything from working from home to eliminating cash and paper money because of germs and whatnot. I think all of this, to be honest with you, there's a larger narrative here, and the larger narrative is it's a new financial system. And, albeit I think the pandemic has certainly escalated that conversation and accelerated the action taken towards that world, it was coming regardless, right? But, however, when the world hands you lemons, make lemonade. Right. So, guys, this is where we are this morning. I wanted to go over that, and I wanted to let you know that I have a very special video coming out this afternoon. Make sure you tune in for that. It is going to be a good one, and I want you guys to make sure that you see it. We are going to discuss a kind of a where we are now, but I don't want to give it away. But make sure you tune into this afternoon's video. And by the way, as well, I want to make sure you understand too, Pure VPN, guys, I'm telling you right now, if you haven't got Pure VPN, I've got a link in the description box. Protect your anonymity online. I've never felt better. I have a couple different layers of security I use. Pure VPN is one of them. They have a really great 99-cent trial period. You could sign up, just check it out. It's really nice to be able to help hide your anonymity while you're online from being hacked. So make sure you do that. Check that out. And I will see you guys on the next one. Hit the like and subscribe. Share with somebody you know. Catch you on the next one.